You've landed at the 13 Moons Women's Temple podcast with your hosts, Sam and Leela.
Okay.
All right. Here we are for the Moon Diaries for the week beginning Monday, August 1. I like that we're starting on the 1st of August.
Yeah, it feels good actually, the 1st of August. So let's just take a moment. That's a bit of a 1st of August 2022. It's a 6. In a 6 year. It's an Arcline day in an Arcline year. That's pretty powerful. Not discredit that. And maybe some of you could just nip back to something that we've talked about the Arcline earlier, but that's pretty powerful actually, I think, especially with the astrology we're in at the moment, to just acknowledge that today's the 6th day. So really, again, as always, however we're holding our energy is going to be hugely projected. And so we need to be acutely aware of our heart Arcline as women. I just think we've just really, we have to maintain this high Arcline energy at our heart and project as much as we can to support ourselves, our families, and obviously our communities and collective. That was a good realization we didn't have until just now.
I know, that was really good.
Yeah,
I might do the Arcline meditation in my class tonight for sure.
That's a great idea. Be really nice. Yeah, it should be going. Yeah, we need to remember to do the Arcline meditations this week. So welcome everyone. Let's just take a moment, even though I just dived in just to consciously breathe, and potentially, if it feels right, maybe you can just place your hands on your heart unless you're driving your vehicle, and just feel this energy around your heart, and maybe move the hands a little bit further away. Maybe create an arch around that heart. And let's just pause and breathe here for a moment. And feeling the energy from our own heart moving out to our hands and sending healing energy back to our heart through the Arcline, kind of charging ourselves in this moment. Remembering that if our Arcline is low, then that's when we can feel dis-eased. So just breathing deeply. And as you do, just feeling the support of all your ancestors and your sisters standing behind you, feeling the beautiful energy of the palms of your hands in front of you, and just knowing that all is exactly as it should be in this moment. Welcome and hello to another beautiful Moon Diaries. It's great to be here on this pretty powerful week, but one where mostly we should just be extra specially kind and gentle to ourselves. So we'll go through the week, I think, and just offer a few insights, but you will have heard so much about this week already, and just a few suggestions as to how you might be able to support yourself through this week. And then we'll let you go and find some ways in which you can support yourself, and we'll give some suggestions as we go through the week. I think we'll be able to do that actually. I'll add a few little extra bits and bobs in the Instagram post that can just help to support us this week. I think that would be good. Great. So we start today. We've had today already, let's be honest. And today's a moon day. We love moon days. And from next week, we will attempt to get the Moon Diaries out on the moon day, which is exciting. So little people in the house. But today we're in Virgo. And that's a beautiful energy to have for a moon day. A great day, hopefully, for you to be able to have spent some time just doing some practicalities, or maybe just having a little bit of a sort out. It might be that you just feel a bit more organized after your weekend, even though it was a moon day. So I hope that today has been kind to you. We entered this weekend and coming through this whole week, this Uranus North Node conjunction, which is occurring in Taurus. And that energy, which we spoke about quite significantly last week, is going to carry us through this whole week. So we just want you to know that. We know that we talked about it last week. We know that all of us know that this is really, the Taurus energy is very much about the earth, the land, our resources, our food. It can be about luxury items, so it can be about considering what it is that we have that we potentially don't necessarily need. But it will be very powerful and helpful for you to have a look at your chart if that is possible. And it might be that we have the capacity to put a little link to Cafe Astrology or whatever we're going to recommend in the show notes. And from there, you'll be able to go and have a look at your chart if you know your time of birth and see where Taurus is. See which house it's in. And once you know which house it's in, that's going to actually help you to understand how this is affecting you. Or where it's playing out, not really how it's affecting you, but where it's playing out in your life. And I think that's the most simplified way of doing it. But it's just understanding the houses and where is Taurus, which house is it in, and how's that going to affect you this week?
Yeah, and it's just important, if you're not, if you didn't catch last week's report, or you're not really up to date with what's occurring with the Uranus conjunction and the North Node in Taurus, go back and listen to last week's report. It's really important because that that aspect is one of the biggest astrological events of this year, and it's really triggering the destiny of our humanity. And so that aspect peaked yesterday, and we'll still be feeling the effects of this all over this week. So it's just really important to be mindful of you and your place in the collective, and how it is that you might be contributing to our destiny, to your individual destiny. But what is the role that you're playing in the world that you're going to leave behind when it's time for you to depart this plane? And that is the undertone for this week. And what's really beautiful, and we'll get into it now, is these aspects. There's a lot of really lovely healing energy that's coming this week, and it's not so much about fireworks and big, massive things happening out there in the stars. This is a week to actually be really gentle and kind and a little bit more still, where we don't really want to load you up with too much this week, because we just don't need it. And honestly, there isn't that much to load you up with. Yeah.
No, I think it's just a week just to make sure that you can actually not have too much on your plate. So if that's possible, make that possible. And if it's not possible, just be kind to yourself. That's important. Some of us are just busy, and that's okay. But just recognize that you're busy, and recognize that some things are going to play out for you as a result of that. And potentially that busyness may be something that you're going to be needing to face at this time and question, why is that occurring for me? Yeah. So just everything, there is absolutely no mistakes. Everything that you're experiencing is the perfect mirror for what you need. So just start to really see that this week. If that's a new concept for you, then just sit with that. All the people, all the actions are just there for you. So today, and what Leela's talking about there, is that today we have Venus square Chiron, and Venus is currently in Cancer. So we've got this basically this opportunity today to look at a sense of Chiron being the wounded healer, some healing coming in, potentially in your home, potentially to do with mothering, potentially to do with your relationship with your mother, or with a significant female in your life. But I think home is always home's always the place to start. Hey.
Yes. Great place to start.
Yeah. So I think if you are looking at, or if you feel that there is some healing that's required in your life, then just spend a little bit of time today and tomorrow just really thinking about the home and how the home is mirroring where you need this healing at the moment. So that could come about in some kind of home tension. And that's what I'm saying. So that tension is going to help you to see where it is that you need to do some work, whether that is that you just need to spend a bit more time focusing on it, put some more energy there, or consider what you can do to support yourself in this area. That's so really, and we're in Virgo, so lots of earthly energies supporting that as well. So think about that. Get in the garden, get some flowers, plant a plant, bring it into your home.
And the other aspect that's just important to note right now here on Monday is that we have come into the energy of the moon, where we're starting to set our intentions in motion. So we had the new moon circle on Friday. The light has started to come back to the moon, which you'll see it looks just beautiful in the night sky. And all of this week, as we're working up towards the first quarter, is where those intentions that you're seeding for this moon cycle are starting to gather energy. And so just to keep that in mind, and if you're not really clear on what your intentions are, or you haven't really given too much thought to that, it's still a really great time to think, what is it that I want to intend for myself? And then keeping in mind this conjunction with the North Node, what is it that I'm creating, intentions that I'm setting around for the collective, and just utilizing this. And it can be, you know, we're in this Arcline energy today with being a 6th day. That's also about the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. What are you projecting from your mindset? And that can be enough. You don't need to be going out and, you know, starting new projects or planning to do anything or signing contracts, or, you know, we don't need to be actually acting on anything. Just the action of sending out those projections from your conscious mind has massive power right now. So that is as of today and will continue through to Friday.
Yeah, and Sunday, but we'll get there. Yeah. So yeah, lots, and just holding that intention for love and compassion and peace is just so wonderful at this time. So yeah, so let's just go to tomorrow, because really it's going to be tomorrow when you're listening to this. So tomorrow is the 2nd of August, and we are moving into Libra after quite a long void of course for most of the day. So we're void of course from 8 o'clock tomorrow until 2 p.m. So that's, as we often talk about, really is quite a good opportunity to yeah, just to pause. It might be that you just feel like you can get some stuff done without feeling as heavy if things have been affecting you, or it might actually be that you feel heavier. So just pay attention to that. But let's just think about it as a void. There's a void energy where it's kind of like just the exhale breath or the inhale breath, depending on how you're feeling, before the next breath is taken. So it's quite nice. I guess it's on the exhale, but it could be that you're seeing it on the inhale. So whatever you feel in your energy field, work with that. And then we come into Libra. So we're having a shift of moon into Libra, and we have quite a lot going on tomorrow. So we have Mars conjunct Uranus. And so basically with that, we've basically this Mars energy, which is all about drive, assertiveness, and an influx of energy, is going to be conjuncting Uranus, which is all about this sense of freedom. So it could be that tomorrow you have this little bit of a thing about how can I need to be more free. I just need to feel more free. And remember, Libra is in that sign where we think about relationships, we think about balance. So where are things not in kilter, and how is that playing out for you? It could be that you just have an urge to create freedom when you don't really want to. So just be careful. Or it could be that you actually find some quite eccentric ways to find freedom tomorrow. And I like that. I like the idea that you could just find some out there ideas to help you find some extra freedom. So that's occurring tomorrow, as well as this Venus sextile Uranus and Venus sextile Mars. So if you think about what we said about today, Venus is in Cancer. And then when we've got this sextiling energy, it just means that it's a good energy. So it's actually highlighting that energy. It's bringing it about. And when we've got Uranus again, this is obviously this freedom. So we've got healing, Cancerian mother energy, home energy, experiencing a sense of freedom or shift or change, as well as also Venus sextile Mars, which is going to be all about, again, this drive, this assertiveness. So I feel that there's going to be, there could potentially be some expansion in relationships, some healing in relationships, and as well a new sense of ways in which you can be in relationships could come about for you. So it's just these are the nice, we really wanted to talk about these this week because it can be a little bit doom and gloom this week if you kind of look at the mainstream astrology, and we just want to go, it's not all doom and gloom. There's actual real possibility for some great stuff. Yeah, so that's on Tuesday.
Yes, yeah, and then that balance from Libra carries over into Wednesday, where we come into Mercury Day on Wednesday. So the moon stays in Libra. This is where we want to start to think about our communications in our relationships. Where are we communicating equally? Are we listening the same amount that we're speaking? Are we speaking up the same amount that we're quiet? So looking at that, that's really nice. We've got Venus sextile Mars in Cancer on Wednesday. So this is also a day where, assertiveness is available to you. Drive is available to you. Actually, really wanting to step up and do something about something that maybe may not be in balance. And it's a day where you may have an untapped resource of energy can also be available to you with that really lovely aspecting of Mars. Yeah.
I think also if you have looked at your chart and you know which house Taurus is in, then pay attention to that house and what it is. So if it is in the home, or if it is in work, or if it, wherever it is, because that too will be where these energies will be playing out for you. So you might find the support here, as well as that slight disruption, that shift and that change that's coming about. So this is the way we can start to help and apply astrology to what we're doing. And then we come to Thursday. We are still in Libra on Thursday until the afternoon. And we were just talking about before that Thursday, as we know, is a Jupiter day, and Jupiter is retrograde at the moment. So that means that these aspects that we've just been talking about, these sort of these relationship, these balance aspects are going to be amplified. But because Jupiter is retrograde, it's either going to be amplified and feel bigger, or it could be, that it's more of an internal process, that we're actually going to see this playing out where we feel this occurring within us. Where's the balance within me, and how is that playing out, outside of me? What's really interesting is Mercury enters Virgo on Thursday, and so I think is Mercury at home there? An important aspect to do with that. Anyway, I need to think about that. But I feel like this is really, because if you think I just want to say as well, happy birthday, happy moon birthday if you're a Virgo this week, or a Libra this week, or a Scorpio, or a Sag this week. But that's quite important if you are a Virgo or moon, or you have Virgo, to think about, especially on this Thursday, if Mercury is going into Virgo, and we've got this Thursday Jupiter expansion day and this whole stuff going on around our communication. So yeah, just pay attention to that, as I feel it would be quite important for us, especially as we move as well and shift through the rest of the week.
And one of the key themes of Jupiter retrograding is that it's giving us this opportunity to really find a deepening of compassion from the heart space. So on Thursday, it can have the potential to be, a very heart-opening day, particularly, in as we go into the evening where the moon moves into Scorpio, we go into the depth of the heart space. That doesn't necessarily mean the darkness of the heart space, but it means that where you can really start to experience and tap into the depth of the capacity that your heart space, can embody, and that can be quite significant and very powerful and moving. So yeah, that's good to keep in mind. And then from there, the moon stays in Scorpio as we go into Friday being Venus Day. It's also the day that the moon becomes the first quarter. So we sort of have, by Friday, we've moved out of, there's a little fairy playing around behind me. By Friday, we've moved out of the dreaming and the intention setting and, the imagining how we're going to go about setting our intentions in motion. And Friday, the energy of the moon becomes very much about taking action and committing to your intentions. So Friday on this Venus day is a really lovely day to kind of revisit your intentions if you haven't sort of thought about them over the week, and recommit to what is it that you're wanting to really seed this moon cycle.
And so just to backtrack slightly, Mercury, is the planet that rules Virgo, and so Mercury goes into Virgo on Thursday. So everything Leela just said is actually amplified by this. And the other thing that's important to note in that is that Cancer governs this sign as well. So I just feel like there's a lot of healing that could occur around this kind of this inner balance within us. And so exactly as Leela said, when you start looking with Scorpio, the aspects coming, it's really time to sort of, look deeply within, maybe to some of the stuff you don't really want to look at, but I don't think you're going to get a choice this week. So just be gentle. Okay, so we stay in that Scorpio energy for Saturday, for Saturn Day. And so, all of the above, plus a little bit of Saturn energy. That's nice. And we can really just, I think, we always talk about, it's really funny how Scorpio always pops up on the weekends. I'm fascinated by this.
Yeah, I'm interested in that too. We're going to have to track that and see.
Yeah, it's really cool because it's like, I don't know. Anyway, I like it. We think about Saturn Day, so life lessons, destiny connected to Scorpio. That's really cool. So, we've got to be thinking about, and interestingly, life lessons, to do with this Scorpio energy, it's exactly what we're going through with this Uranus North Node conjunction. So really these life lessons are likely to come up. It could be a little bit, a little bit more shadow work than you had really felt like this week. So this is why we just need to be super gentle. But fortunately, we can go, and have a little bit of a sigh out as we move into Sunday. And on Sunday, when we come in at 2 in the morning, that's nice. At 2 in the morning on Sunday, we come into Sag energy. So that's lovely. And it's also Imbolc, the real sort of, or the exact date of Imbolc, and that occurs on Sunday. Traditionally, it would be the 1st of August, but if we look at the exact date for this year in the Southern Hemisphere, it would be Sunday. So we've got Imbolc, we've moved into Sagittarius. It's also the 11th day of the moon on Sunday. I just think that's some really nice aspects. There potentially could be some other tricky energies on Sunday, but there's so much good in this. And really, one of the things that I just loved about the fact that it's Imbolc on the Sunday and we've got the 11th day of the moon occurring is, that Imbolc literally means in the belly of the mother. And so when we think about that, it's like we're going to get a mass awakening, shake-up, shifts occurring in our individual lives and potentially and more likely in the collective this week. But this Sunday is an opportunity for us as women to really sit and feel into the seeds in which we are wishing to plant and bring into being for this collective future, for this new earth, for humanity. And, you know, if that seems too great just for our own families, just for yourself, just for your animals, start small and that will work its way out. But that's what we're talking about here. And we'll talk more about this next week, because really we've got an opportunity to work with this and these initial fertile flutterings so that we can actually have an opportunity to work with this in the build up towards the full moon next week, which is in Aquarius, which could just bring about some big futuristic shocks. But that could be good too. I'm trying to be positive. I just think we don't need to be scared. I'm quite excited about the moment. Change is good. I'm a real change. I think it's because of all my Sag thing. I'm like, adventure, change, do something new. And then my Cancerian part goes, stay home, snuggle up.
Well, we have to change because we cannot keep going on the way that we're going.
No, exactly.
And if anyone is attached to the way things have been, then I don't know, it might be time to start to look at things on a collective scale rather than a personal individual need scale, because it's not the way we have been going is not serving anyone. It's not serving everyone.
Yeah.
Probably more to the point. But it is also important to keep in mind that next Monday is the 8th of the 8th, which will be the Lionsgate portal. And so we'll do our Moon Diaries report on the Lionsgate portal. But this healing, this stillness, this importance of the heart projection, remembering that we're in the solar season of Leo, is all about opening that heart chakra and looking at, you know, what's your place in your community, what's your place in your tribe. That's going to, you know, be on full spotlight on Monday when it's the 8/8 portal, and that's a very powerful day. So it's such beautiful practice, opportunity to go through this healing this week, to really just, you know, settle into your earthly nature and how it is that you can find balance and harmony, so that we're prepared to really step into that celebration of the Lionsgate portal, because it's a pretty excellent annual initiation.
Yeah, it'd be nice. We can do a meditation during the Moon Diaries next week. I think that would be really good. So let's share a meditation for that during the Moon Diaries. And then, like I said, I'll be sure to post some things this week that'll help support you in some of the astrology, just in terms of, you know, individual self-care tips, as well as meditations, just to bring about that open-heartedness and to build resilience in your Arcline. I think that's the key that I'm going to really send or suggest to everyone. Let's work on our Arcline this week. It can just be as simple as just moving your hands like this, or cutting through both Arclines. You can just stand outside and do this for a few moments, or just even move your palms in and out and charge that heart Arcline and breathe deeply. It doesn't have to be chanting. It doesn't have to be deep meditation. Just move and think about working this Arcline, this energy here, up and above as well through the crown Arcline, but also coming across the body and just charging here. So think about this, and remember, every time you hug someone, you're pulling them into your Arcline. Feel that, the power that you have as a woman to share this gift of nurturing, compassion, love, strength, fierceness, all of it. Feel how easy that is to transmit heart to heart with others this week.
Beautiful
Stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Can you please thank your little princess for being so patient with us this evening? She was.
I will. I think she's actually just kind of excited about having her face on the video.
I like it. She just got a crown on. That's pretty.
Yes, she did. Yes. Yes, she went and charged up her Arcline.
I love it. Okay.
Have a beautiful week, everyone. Satnam. So much love.
Thank you for taking the time to be with us on this podcast episode. These are sound bites and conversations about things we think are important to support the collective ascension towards more love, acceptance, hope, and harmony on the planet Earth. Together we can continue to support each other through conversations that need to be held. If you've enjoyed this episode, please do share it with your people. We would love it if you subscribe to our channel and even rate the podcast if you feel called to. You can also find us and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube and Spotify just by searching the 13 Moons Women's Temple.